Alright, I was supposed to that chat apparently. Hey, the queue is full. Sorry about that. I was just going to separate the window sounds from text-to-speech, but there isn't. Yeah. So I think I'm finally gonna try one of these rental chocobos because I'm curious how that goes. Because the rental was like, I don't know, it was like 10 gil for like 10 minutes or something. Like, I remember it being kind of cheap. Especially since there's a lot of places that don't have direct chocobo routes. Or that will have a chocobo route back to the city, but not from the city. Okay, so 1, do not dismount until you reach your destination. To prevent theft, my birds are trained to return to the stables the moment you climb out of the saddle. 2, always keep track of how much time remains on your rental contract. Again, to prevent that, my birds are trained to refuse further commands and return to the stable once per time. And 3, do make your best effort to keep the chocobo out of harm's way. A ravenous beast will attack the bird if you enter their territory. If he sustains general grievous injuries, poor lad will be very likely to buck you. Do his best to escape. Okay, so I guess that's... I guess rental chocobos like make your own flight path. So if there's some place that the chocobo car doesn't take you to, you can just go there yourself. That's a cool system though. Okay, so you can right. So I tried to dismount the mounts by right-clicking the buff, right?
Yeah.
They took the time to program it to tell me to push the dismount button instead. Why can't they just program it so that it dismounts when I click the button then? I mean, you know. Anyway, I'm at my next dungeon place. I don't know if you're in the middle or anything, but...
Alright.
Wait, you get... when I right-click you, I get an estate teleport option.
Alright.
There are no accessible destinations. Oh, I guess that means I could teleport to your house if you had one.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. No, I don't care about that one. I don't need the tanking tutorial. Oh, this time we're going to the Copper Bell Mines game. Why do RPGs sometimes have, like... Okay, I get it's night, but why can't there be a nighttime version of the theme instead of just ambient noise? Like, maybe it plays, like, a lo-fi version of it or something? I don't know. There's our keel. Wait, who was it that didn't come in?
Probably one of the randoms.
Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, but... I'm just curious if it was the healer or the DPS that failed.
Well, I'm right here, so I didn't bail.
Yeah, and I'm the yeah, it definitely wasn't the tank. Well, there's... Well, isn't there another DPS?
Yeah, I guess. It doesn't work, I guess.
You know, it's curious to me, the more damage mitigation I do, the more time the healer has to do DPS.
Yeah.
So healing responsibility, healing, so, in a way... You obtain tiny key.
I like how our other DPS is the same class as I am.
Oh, really?
I wonder if I picked the best DPS.
Here's a summoner, or whatever the equivalent.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe people just like having pets. Oh, the elevator's this way. Doesn't it feel embarrassing when, like, the elevator door behind you opens? Even though there really isn't a reason why there should. Because how would you have known? You know what I mean?
These bad guys will eat all the debuffs.
Hey, I can give him a debuff too. Stun. Do you stun? He's stunned. I like to do. I can. Wait, does your debuff actually stack if a different player does it?
Oh wait a minute.
I see some duplicate debuffs on him.
Oh yeah, one fun, the other's the other guy.
Okay, so if someone else does it, it stacks, so you don't get like penalized for having the same class. Why does this guy feel like hitting me in the back? It made me nervous when he moved all of a sudden. Dead end. Go to the dead end first, I guess. Oh. Does the healer not get a buff that appears in the party window?
Maybe not. So it looks like our healer's going white mage. That's cool, I guess.
Well, I mean, that is the Final Fantasy staple healing character. There's nothing in here. What's the point of this dead end, then?
What's the point of this dead end if there's nothing in here? I will say the fact that you're the only one who has to take.
Wait, am I the only one who what?
Who's a Lullafell?
Oh, of course!
I don't know, there's just something about Lullafell pick that's fun.
I got an additional ability when I leveled up. I don't know what it does yet.
Oh, did you level up in the dungeon?
Yeah, I leveled up in the dungeon. I was at like 99%.
Oh. I'll be honest, I didn't think you could use your abilities.
Yeah, you just got the ability right away and you can use it. Combo
Well, I mean
action.
the fact that we're level,
Oh.
like I thought that would block it.
I'm level 20 right now. The level cap isn't the level of the dungeon, it's a couple levels above it, first off.
Well, yeah, but the level of your ability is...
I think they seem to have removed that. Like, another reviewer commented that level abilities didn't have yet are removed, but that hasn't happened to me once since I've been playing.
I mean, it's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah,
It's never
Well,
once
it makes
capped
me-
any of my abilities, even when I got leveled down below, I got them.
Yeah, like I have Bio 2, but I have to use Bio 1.
Maybe it only levels down multi-rank abilities.
Maybe.
Because I don't think I've got a rank 2 anything yet.
Anyway, I should be hitting, probably will hit level 31 so.
I keep forgetting to make a new tab that only has party chat and none of the you gained XP guild stuff.
You gained 7 gil. You gained 7 gil.
Yeah, I know, and it makes me nervous that it pushed the message I didn't read off the window. And even though it's never happened, usually just I scroll up and the only bit of advice I've been given these past couple dungeons is, hey, remember your tank stance needs to be on.
Hunter, turn off growl.
Hunter, turn off growl, Hunter!
Why is our tank the bear?
Why is the bear taking? Oh, so that time you guys hit it before I could, so that made me nervous. Oh, God. Get back here. I'm glad I did my gladiator quest.
Yeah, you get some pretty cool stuff from the class one.
Yeah, like this shield throw is just way too useful. Well, I guess I should have turned him away from the party, but I guess since I'm here, I may as well stay here since everyone else already reached.
Yeah, like the pet I'm using is from the quest. I don't think it's technically better, at least for this type of stuff, but it's cool. It's this yellowish color.
What's weird though is the level 19 he's using the rank 2, whatever. Now it's rank 1. Now you're using rank 2.
Wait, what do you mean rank 2?
Oh, you're buff. It has the number 1 and number 2. Now you both have 2. Granted, I have no idea how your class works. I have no idea what that means, but...
Wait, is it the... Wait, where's the 1 2?
It's in the party window, your buff.
Oh, yeah, that mechanic.
Oh, okay, that's something different.
Yeah.
Oh, these are mining spots for people with that trade skill.
Probably. Alright, who's ready to do the explosion? Our healer seems to know what to do, so... Alright, let's go.
Oh, that's the way to... Oh, yeah, right. I could have looked at the map.
Buffs on him.
Why did you put all the buffs on the freaking ad that triggers the fight?
I expected him to survive a little longer than that.
God, that guy died before I could even tank him. I gotta have that one range ability!
Oh, I see. There's a shit ton of them. That's why they're dying so quick.
Oh, so this is like a horde. Can you guys be like pulling them into my AoE or something? We killed them so fast, it took a while to spawn the next one. Should I be standing next to the healer for this one? Can you back up just a couple steps so that like everyone can be in my AoE range? Thank you. Oh. It's been a while since I actually had to use my taunt for something. Stun. Death is the best stun.
Boy, loot the pass. Can't wait to pass this loot.
I know, right? Oh, it actually is an upgrade.
Actually, can't wear that because it's not my class. And this probably isn't bad, but definitely not my class.
Okay, see. Final Fantasy 14. It wouldn't let me push any other than pass, even though none of them were grayed out. And it was my... No, it didn't do anything until I hit pass. Like, the other ones were just broken. Even though I should have been able to roll for it. Yeah, the boots will let me do it. Like, I want to roll neat on it, but the other buttons were broken. And that one piece of loot. Well, for, you know, the game bugged out and let you walk onto the wall, and it looked like you floated up. Oh, I thought that glowing thing was a mob for some reason. Oh, okay, I see what my new ability is. So my 1-2 combo is now a 1-2-3 combo. I need to look at how to do macros in this game, because I feel like these buttons could be reduced to one button. It's like, okay, if I pushed 1 before, push 2. If I pushed 2 before, push 3. Oh. As I'm moving a little too slow for these guys. In this room, I guess. Some fire stand, though.
Alright, that's what we needed.
Oh.
Alright, so, you know, put the fire stand right there. So I guess anyone can do it, now since we picked it up. Lost that.
Yeah, I was trying to do it. I got interrupted by the other guy doing it. Hey, look, fire stand.
I picked up the fire stand, now everyone has it. And I know this boss fight.
Yeah, just turn him around, I guess. Yo, you could have told me I had an ad on you.
I got it.
Like, I saw it, like, right about the time it was dying.
Yeah, there should be a second one, and then I'll join you guys full-heartedly. Alright.
Is there any particular reason why you're taking those ads?
Yes. Because they're dead. It's advanced strats.
Don't kill the bomb.
Oh yeah, the blasting cap.
Oh well. Alright. Does the game let you jump in the bottom of pits?
No.
I was wondering, because I almost did, but I turned around, but I don't know if there's, like, I still don't actually know if there's an invisible wall here or not. Nor do I intend on testing it, but...
I tested it. Because I'm a Chad.
You're a Chad until there actually is an invisible one to fall off like Rel did.
Yeah, then I'm crit.
Yeah, we were playing like, I guess it was, God, it was the Ashes from the Darkness or whatever. That Dark Souls co-op game, you know, with guns. And Rel's like, you know, I wonder if there's invisible walls. Proceeds to
beat it.
yeah, proceeds to jump off the cliff and die. Well, now we know. Yeah, thankfully we're at a point in the level because the biggest penalties you do is I think having to walk back from the checkpoint spot, which we just started from. Or no, it was any penalties can be cured at like the checkpoints, which we were still near one. Because the giant crystals were that game's version of campfires. What are they standing on the rock for?
You're saying you don't stand on the rocks?
Well, I was afraid there was a mechanic. Like, wait, should I not be standing in the water right now?
You melee caster.
I'm not a caster at all. I'm just melee.
Sure, that's what they all say.
No, some of them do. No, I don't think the melee casters say they aren't casters.
I don't think there's any actual melee casters. I guess maybe Red Mage.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, Red Mage would probably count. Maybe the Dark Knight.
Maybe.
Maybe I become more of a caster-esque character when I actually become a paladin, but.
I was wondering why my free friends were using melee attacks. So as the healer, I decided to join in, wondering.
Wait, what? Who was it that was beating it with? Who were the other?
Just, like the other three guys were melee.
Oh.
DPS in the tank, and that's the healer.
He was the only caster. I was wondering why my other fellow casters were hitting it with their sticks, so I joined in to keep them feeling lonely.
I bet there was some reason they were doing this.
To be fair though, wouldn't that just be added onto attack damage compared to what they were already doing, provided they just weren't getting hit? Wait, do I actually have to dodge the AoE in this one?
that one leveled.
Nope, get back here. Get back here. Or do they just ignore me? Leave the ad. Alright. At least I had the instinct to not drag this guy across the room to do that, though.
I think he was actually talking to the other guy.
Well, I was trying to throw my shield at him to get aggro.
Yeah, in this dungeon, we ignore them.
Oh. Yeah, but they clearly were ignoring me, so I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah, unlike the last one, you just let the DPS take it.
Yeah, and just... Why is party chat not my default chat when I'm in a party?
Oh, this item is almost good.
Okay, agreed. Damn it, this is actually better than what I currently have. Apparently it's not suited to my current class. Wait, should I roll need on the music scroll? I'll roll need on it. Fuck it. I don't have it yet. I only need it once. I'm using it. I learned it. I can play the song in my home now.
I'm gonna head out.
Alright. You can get brought back to from whence you came.
Alright, click it.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, why don't you run through portals in games like this? I mean, it'd be one thing if you had more than one option where you need to go, but...
Oh, right where I left off.
Oh, no, wait, no, I clicked on the different quest. Like, why do I need to go all the way to the other end of the zone and not back to town? There it is. Yeah, so basically it's like you need to do two quest lines, the main story and your class's story. Which is almost similar in structure to the Swarter. The Swarter was you did your main story and the planet story.
Yeah.
Which
also, this game reminds me a lot of Swarter in its structure.
Yeah, didn't Swarter come out before this, or...? No, then again, this game was reworked, so it might have been that Swarter just came out before the rework.
Yeah, because I think the original game in Swarter came out about the same.
Yeah, and really, Swarter was structured almost structured perfectly to not have you need to do any side quests, except for the amount of EXP you got.
Hey, they fixed that.
Yeah, which is interesting that even, like, when they originally fixed it, it was on... Okay, so the way they originally fixed it was that free-to-play players had to do side quests, but if you paid for the monthly fee still, you got the EXP boost, which let you skip them. Now even free players can skip side quests. But honestly, as a free-to-play model goes, that kind of made some sense at least. Like, hey, you know, if you're free-to-play, you just have to suffer through doing more content, you know? That was the content everyone originally had to do. And I think the only thing that made it different from other companies that let you pay to skip boring content was, in that case, they expected people to play to do the boring stuff originally anyway, so they didn't make it too boring.
Yeah.
Of course, in Swarter, even the laundry quest had paid voice acting. So I guess they had a bigger voice acting budget than this game had. Or the game itself was smaller. Or both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this game does have a much bigger world than Swarter did. I guess it kind of comes with territory when you actually have to walk everywhere. Where all the plants are kind of isolated bits, so you kind of just get to jump to the action. I didn't realize I was level 27.
Yeah. You're catching up to me.
All because I did my gladiator quest off stream, and plus do you go out of your way to make sure you get rest of the XP?
Yeah, I usually log off in town.
Alright. Yeah, I do too, though.
And that's totally not just because I finished a quest and logged off. So in order to be in the town.
Yeah, I know, right? Also, I am kind of amazed at this bit of architecture they came up with for the rain-powered ceiling water fountain.
Yeah.
Of course, it wouldn't be running all the time like this does, especially when they have real-time weather in the game world, but... I mean, unless they just have a second source of water plugged into it, I guess, but...
Yeah, I got a quest called My Little Chocobo. Is it what I think it is?
They call the quest My Little Chocobo!
Is it what I think it is? Am I getting it? Am I getting my Chocobo?
I'm gonna be higher level before I get mine, aren't I?
What's your quest level?
See, my quest level is... 17.
Probably. Though eventually you start to get less experience for...
Yeah, especially now that I'm level 27, right?
Yeah.
An adventurers aspiring to greatness come through all the time, but it's rare to see one that actually achieves some measure of success. Keep at it, Durham, and who knows what you'll accomplish. Oh, I didn't actually need to talk to her to complete the quest. I need to talk to someone else. She was giving her generic speech. Okay. The duty calls, commence battle for into Copper Cell. Wait, what? Oh, I need to unpart. Why can't it just put me in a single instance alone? Why do I have to actually unparty? Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thank you. Our minions' operations can resume, and all that will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'm sure it's good tidings with Papa Shun the next time I see him. As for you, want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thievy little swine. You stole from me. Don't even try to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. Did you keep the receipt? What right, you refugee, are all the same. Can't you afford a moggy mole meat, much less the choice cut of doo-doo? I'm gonna say it once more. Give me back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to brass blades, you know? Help keep the streets safe from law-abiding citizens, but I represent men. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities need hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventure, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave and still nothing. I brought this with my own coin I'd saved. I only want to treat my children to a decent meal. And who in the hells are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I had enough of the murmurs for us. You lot teach them a lesson. I kinda like how it does the like random encounter effect. You ever know this game doesn't do random encounters?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is a Final Fantasy game. Of course we're gonna do this effect. I still can't use my new ability. Also, I realized that the ability had been grayed out the whole time. It just wasn't doing anything. You're alright. This is the first time it actually happened. So it seems like there is some wiggle room with it. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Oh no, random flashback! I think these gods would pick better times to give these to me. I swear, there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the Calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. When a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the Calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it's only a matter of time before they're forced to abandon their homes, seek a new life in the city. I see. But the Calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? It's the same happening in other cities. If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Alden has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But we aligned if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't ferment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we already have the immortal flames. I just array the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought for the Glaren Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you're no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins get you doo-doo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Tatalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Look around. You think Alden was well on his way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end of the misery and suffering. Oh, so this flashback like literally happened like 30 minutes ago. Before I showed up. Yes, sir, are you alright? Hey, now I can have the visions without completely passing out. What now? You mean the threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Oh, the flashback made me a witness. Funny. As did I. Leave the poor lady alone. Who said that? Yeah, I think for a magical fantasy realm, they would have thought of receipts. But how do they keep track of buybacks at different merchants if they don't have receipts? God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what the monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about. My level is no longer synced. I've entered the sanctuary. Now I'm in another cutscene. All is well that ends well. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it's always honorable. But I have been watching you ever since you departed Alden. You played a part in the envoy to perfection. Confident as a man on this diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailing courteous on your betters. And when your travel leads you amidst the danger, you're faced without so much as a flinch. You, my friend, are quite the marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. But my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selfishness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed one who I've been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of quality, to be sure. Your rescue of a damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that was what matters in the end. I feel I shall mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in certain talents of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization. We should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits of being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, seek Momodi, the ever-lovely youth mistress of the quicksand. Tell her Scions of the Seven Dawn have found their man. She will tell you where to find us. Scenes like they're becoming even. Scenes like that are becoming more and more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in the spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you gaze your knee, eh? Of course, I do hear tales of gentlemen's woes and folks from time to time. Oh, Dylan, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance here, fresh off the career adventure. Yeah, funny, that's the same dialogue she gave to me at the beginning of the game. But God, it's good to see you're safe and well. To look at you, and no one would ever guess you've been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Patrashan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know her name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak to you for a while now. My name is Ada. I'm an adventurer like you. But I'm not very good at one, if told to be showed. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Greta we were in Grenada, when the leader of our party was killed. Is this the party that was arguing earlier? Because Everin, he and I were to wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dusk to dawn. He saw you for what you are. He see an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded. He had a fiend not robbed him of that chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. When I think of the man you are, for all you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as ever once was. And I've decided to start again as adventuring. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Delrum Shortford, I shan't forget. Thank you, Delrum. I pray that we'll meet again. Fare you well. What's the point of entering a separate last name if, like, they always call you by your full name? Anyway, adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was. I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't ought to do with you a lot, though. It'd be a right in pain in our ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Delrum. Hey, what'd you say? You want to know about the sirens of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Delrum, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk. And the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff that they do. Knowing that if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Request. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on the door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventures would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being all done. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. On account of being all done. So yeah, so even the last one wouldn't even necessarily go through the wealth door. He just wouldn't be able to choose. First of all, I'm wondering whether you can trust these Sacred of Dawn. You can. They're good people who made it their mission to solve some of Arizona's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Delrum. Now, I've been leaving to tell you where to find scans, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can imagine, it's something Arizona's enemies would very much like to know. The Scans have our headquarters in the Vespa Bay out in the western Talaland. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name whoever's the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Jerome. Days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend, Momo D. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I'll send my piece. Off you go. There you go. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. Meals do give you a slight XP bonus, don't you? Don't they?
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Actually, that's a lot of reviews are commented too that for people that play Final Fantasy games and haven't played MMOs, that people comment that the game is a Final Fantasy game first. I would just kind of put it into the MMO mold.
Yeah. It does make me want to get into the other Final Fantasy games.
I mean, hell, the original Final Fantasy VII's on Switch.
I think they're gonna put all of them on Steam soon.
Yeah, well, I mean, 1 through 6 are already on Steam in some way, shape, or form. There's one of the things people comment about, like, wait, most of these are already on Steam.
Yeah, I know 1 through 6 were.
I think they're, like, re-releasing 1 through 6 and then putting more on Steam. Yeah, and they're all like all of them are remastered to match this Super Nintendo graphics. Except for their font's just a modern font, which on one hand some people complain about because like the font doesn't fit with like the rest of the graphics, and other people are like, yeah, to make it easier to read for some people. And so
yeah, I can see it both ways.
And someone
Ideally, you'd have a set for it.
Yeah, exactly. So you can choose between the more aesthetically pleasing font and then the more readable font. Ideally, you'd be able to fully customize the font entirely, like choose what color it is, size, and everything, you know.
Make it purple Comic Sans.
Hey, some people find Comic Sans easy to read, so to be fair. The Comic Sans, okay, oh, I have text now, but deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst of you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. No, I kind of wish they played a little medley in the background so I could sing along with it. Ah! Off. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised, this is private property. Unless you have rental business here, I must ask you to Here on behest of Aether. Sincere apologies. May I please have your name? Delum Shortwood. Here you are. I bid you welcome to Waking Sand, headquarters of Cyclones of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I have looked forward to assisting you during your time with us. The Ascendant is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Is the new base of operations that I get quests from for a bit?
Yeah.
I suppose at this point, all the players, all the starting points kind of converge in this spot.
Yeah, pretty much.
So no more slightly altered dialogue from Madamadi, or however your equivalent guild master is.
Yeah, though you eventually take a different one where the quest will diverge a little bit more.
I take it you're Delum Shortword. Taru sent you word that you have arrived. Lady Menphila has eagerly awaited your coming this way, if you please. I suppose... all that armor sucks. Take the gold. In fact, I need to sell a bunch of armor, too.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Hey, voice acting again.
Well met, friend. My name is Minphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, Menphilia is how you pronounce that
I have
name.
awaited
All right.
your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
I got the chocobo.
Nice.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have
I hope
patience.
chat didn't mention I had to
All will
look
be
up
revealed in
how
time.
to do it.
First, let me begin by telling you who we
Oh, is that the
are
rod from
and
the
what
intro
we
on the
do.
wall that broke?
We are
Maybe.
the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo.
Echo.
The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words.
That's a convenient
In
way of
short,
communication.
The Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo.
You possess the Echo.
With that established,
Please stop these voices
let us
in my
return
head.
to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, The Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly offer you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Oh, so I finally get that. Are you familiar with them? They're individuals who may rely upon managed assets belonging on your behalf. So they're the retainers that are like what you do for the auction house and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I've seen that option a couple places, like the inn and the mobile app, but I just didn't unlock it yet. Thank you, Tacharu. Pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of welcoming gift, I have taken liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As from now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You'll need to consult a retainer advocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we shall ask you to aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. With that veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerns are aware of what I expected of them. Now that you know our purpose and what we can offer you, I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me concern. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, with our members used to reach one another within the field. It's Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. I assume it's always a Wild Rose, just dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be funny if it was random for each character, but... Retainers are NPCs who can be hired to carry out such tasks. A contract of service can be drafted by these people and all done in other cities. Players may hire no more than 8 retainers at once. We Skyans have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as primals. Long have we stated, but I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the powers of possess have given you to us for a purpose. Pray consider give us answers, Dalrum. We'll go with the bros. Yours and a small endeavor. The James are great.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain
Get
here.
something going on.
These noble men and women were called the
Oh.
Archons. Those same brave
Oh, you
souls
turned your whole
stand
screen
before
off.
you now.
Or,
The masked woman is Ida, and
Well, it's on
beside her
purpose
is
by
Papa
accident.
Limo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team.
wait, does someone different introduce you depending on your starting
I
zone?
never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of
Hello.
Ifrit.
Back yet?
If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
Probably just yeah, that's not.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abundance. A spate of abundant crimes, which we believe to be connected. Assuming we're correct, it's likely that any discoveries we make in relation to this one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their convoys, our friend Amage's sons and mineral concern have doubled security all of their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abundance shall be our priority. According to their preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone. So it'll be a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of the servants, Camp de facto leader, pay him a visit and see that he gives us full cooperation. Hi, I'm Isambard. Here to search for missing folk, I take it? Benefit sent word that an adventure fitting your description would be along. He also warned us to be wary of Amaja. It seems we know culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title of this camp, but people here have come to look to me for leadership. You may have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victim safely return. Black prison absorbs the magical lights woven upon glimmering pieces of equipment. Let's get right to it. The must names, the corporates. Much harm has been levied on the lands by Aj's hand. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. They have been brutal murders, callers of the Church of Saint Adama Landama, innocent wishing no more than the pay the respects of the dead. 4 souls. I would see the deed before the mongrels are sent. It does not linger. Would you hear their remains? It's a road. Well, here. It's raining in this zone. It's funny because this place is called Drybone. Oh, what? Oh, does some look like the thing from Rick and Morty VR? Here's what thing you're talking about. I'm gonna look up how to do macros because I have this like really simple 1-2-3 combo.
Oh.
Like apparently paladin macros are the most common. I guess just because of how simple the combo is. Maybe I'll look more into it later, but... Anyway, let's get back to my quest. Da, 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 da. I need to get some more quests done. There we go, my shins be damned. Okay, it's good to see you've returned. Where were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Represented only by a mere flower. While the body's given back to the prop to the earth, the souls will find their way across their side. You've done noble deed this day. Thank you. Now then, of Amajad, do you see any surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot control can steal their presence, much less take their query awareness. Ah, so there were Amajad remaining after all. I fear as much. They're a part of a lowborn disappearing. Is all but confirmed, but I sense that there is more than meets the eye. Acquisition Amajad raiding party would not account for people going missing. These kinds of totals too great and the questions too many. I would surprise me not to find more. But those countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were among them, how would we best discover who may impact in these vanishings? We say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. It might be among them to find the reasons for these vanishings. Well, forbidden. So, there's a merchant by the name of Ungast who was born in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffling away at the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note to show him. Else he not like to speak to you. Hey, my quest says 18 now. He's getting close to that Chocobo quest. Also funny that they name it My Little Chocobo. Clearly, they were thinking of My Little Pony at the time.
Yeah. Remember when that was a popular? Nowadays, no one talks about it.
Except, well, at least not outside their inner circles. Every once in a while, I see a pony icon pop up in chat somewhere. And there's the occasional riffraff from artists drawing the new style of ponies, I guess. Got all the YouTubers that base their entire career on that show now to figure out something else to do. Kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I get that some of them were just kind of doing that as something to do here in the woods, but no.
Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Aldar. Oh, you're that asshole. Well, in 7 hells do you want with me now? Dear friend. Missing people, please help. Yours, Innsbard. Look around here are wary as they come. But turn tail and run if you so as much as pass the wind nearby. People played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, sir, leave me be. Well, what do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear. Please, don't kill me. I'm nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever been feeding of us off us low folk. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There've been talk of folks getting abducted, but if you ask me, they up and moved on to a better place. This place ain't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back there. Have you learned more than I see? I suppose it should be expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not prevalent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely of their gods, then they might clearly may know something of use. If we would know that what the common folk speak of their gods, would we have no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Amada Landama. It's a small, humble church northeast of here. As long as you're heading there, might I ask you to deliver this embezzled corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be born to burial, and I trust none more than I do. Seek out a man named Marquis. He tends to the graves in Lich Yard. He'll be able to tell you the bodies to be returned. Da 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 da. I am Marquis, yes? A body, of course. There have been so many as of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him the rest there. They all walk in Hal's realm. Blood missing people, I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Archer can. She had been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Archer within the church walls. I hear you have done us a service by burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isabarn when you next see him. Ah, you seek knowledge of missing dry bone inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other in the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Tal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, it will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill benefits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Tharster, I believe, took offense at his conduct. Must have word with Marquis soon. Thank you, Delarum. A burial is no easy thing, even when the party is a stranger. Were you able to learn anything of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Delarum? Oh, you keep yourself rather busy. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thrice Red, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here. We're learning what has become of these missing patrons and why. I too spoke with unguests more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth in the notion of common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Protestants, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors with prying eyes. Who better the pious unawares that she who takes confession? The good sister Oscarine herself. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful rose has thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lynch Keeper Marquise, I swear to the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister, okay, it cannot be. I thought she won't travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it cannot be her. Could it? I grow wary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she's fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Della, and see if you cannot glean something about Orchine's activities. Yeah, and sometimes the chocobo people would be a little more useful if they could take you to where your immediate next quest was, even if you haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like it should be able to cut through the fence, but they put an invisible wall there. It's quest 19 now. It's funny, they give you a lot of dungeons like immediately, and then they kind of chill off for a bit for them.
Yeah.
Probably just to give you like, hey, here's some dungeons now. You know, whenever you feel like playing with your friends.
Yeah, probably.
And it's not like you can't, because you do have to go back to doing your story quest to get more of the dungeons too, so it's not like you can just do only the dungeons. He always read to me here about Tal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child, yes? Well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Hey, Gamer, how's it going? Yeah, this isn't my regular-ish time anyway. This is my day off, so I have more time to play things.
So do you play Final Fantasy 14?
Are you on the Aether server? Or Aether, I guess it's the, well, is Aether the server or the, what's it called?
I think Aether is the data set.
Data center, yeah. You want the Aether data center? There we go. Because really, that's the thing that's important, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of want to be on the exact same server because we play even more often, and thus probably want access to some of the server-specific stuff like trading and whatnot. But and just running into each other in the overworld, right? Sister Auron was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods, forfeit. I will secure a room at the inn for her when she requires any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being and doing no less. Certainly not the dastardliest deeds these servers would have us believe. Level, like, what, 28 now? This seems to have a message. I am well glad I reserved the inn room for Sister. It seems she's received greater injuries from her attacks than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Stanred came looking for you once more. He left a word that he'd be waiting at Amaja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. This quest is all the way over there. The next couple were like really close to each other. Now this one makes me walk a bit further out. Does the time of day affect the cut? I assume the time of day affects the cutscenes too. Go. Of course, they complain about how far away it is, and I almost walked past it. Ah, there you are, Daryl. I'm so good you came too. Indeed. I'm here about good old Sister Arson. Isbard. Her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicion about that poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicion was not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amaja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as his encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Dalrum. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? I mean, yeah, I guess I'm the tank, so, you know, tank goes in first. Smash! Neighbors, I think the neighbors are like cooking something outside because I suddenly smell like the charcoal, you know?
Yeah. So at what point do you want you to?
That's not soon. I was hoping to get the friggin' Mount quest soon. I mean, my quest level is like 19 right now, so it should be close, right?
You have to finish 20.
Have to finish what?
That's 20.
Oh.
So you still have what you have at 19, and then all of them.
Yeah, but it seems like the actual like quest level goes up when I actually do combat quests, and it's like all the just talking quests that don't make that number go up.
Yeah, so you probably have like enough. I know you have at least one more dungeon.
Oh.
So the next one is gonna be a real quick one. Like mainly just a boss. And a lot of cutscene.
Yeah, well right now I need to search for a clue.
Oh, you're doing Blue's Clues! I wish I got that quest.
There, I found the shiny thing.
that a pomegranate on it?
And I need to... When I... Oh. Aggro the guard on the way out. Didn't I kill you on the way in? Haven't you learned your lesson yet? Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Null in the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, artious is it not? And these bits about Nathal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe that among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the end of Camp Drybow and let the Queen's sister Archon make of this. The one thing I am kind of sad that this game doesn't have that Sworder had is the group dialogue options. I mean, by themselves they're already just kind of okay. But the fact that basically as a group you can end up like with a hodgepodge of decisions from different points of view, but yet you weren't penalized for it.
Yeah.
It basically just was like different people it's like all the characters are just part of the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I literally walked into a fate the moment it completed. I don't think I get anything for that though, but... Especially since I didn't even hit the level sync button or anything. Oh, that's not that building. Maybe not in any building. Yeah, I like multi-layered towns architecturally speaking, but they're kind of annoying when you only have a 2D map to follow for your quests.
Yeah.
What layer is this guy on? Like, why did they put all the NPCs standing on the ledges so it's hard to read on the map? Although I guess they do get a tiny down arrow when they're below you, don't they? Didn't be damned. Yeah, I think he'd be in this building based on what the map's saying, but... Then he's not. Oh no, he's in this. Okay, goddamn it, these multiple rooms. Okay, my savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive people? plot thickens, though. Our court pretends to be a priest to lead credence to his deception. There's no doubt any irony in there somewhere. But I suppose we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isabard what we've learned here. I think I'm making pretty quick progress on this, apart from occasionally that last bit where I got lost trying to find the room to the inn. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you again, Delrum. I should keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Ah, armor that's actually an upgrade. Oh. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt. Nor have any in this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocent will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea has occurred to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets to bring in false promises to lure people. Let Delor and me serve like with posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can't supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slobs should serve you to your needs, as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Durham. Though this, so to say, lay foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vaggards have arrived at camp and are just desperate for a coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garment Isabel had lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind of and approach us. I preach teaching of the Hasma the Warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Hasma is keeping the sun goddess, all the laid bare behind the lights. Dirt open die and needy children, thou salt of each day. Is it? Oh no. Okay. Pretty good, sir. Hasn't meant to assist you. Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid it's very expensive method. Quite a knack for being a nuisance, Elrum. Camp is abuzz talking near newly arrived Vardens, and though we were able to attract our whereabouts we were able to learn that the poor have a comments by upon North Sound Gate to the east here. The eyes of the authority do not reach that place. Rather ideal for sprinting away helpless souls. Let us go there and wait for our kindly priest to come and arrive in our aid. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Joram. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left is for them is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you're poor unfortunate souls. There's no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am priest of Order of and I've come to offer you success. Belief lets bear the teachings of Nod. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of eternity. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that outrageous performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer unjust. What? How'd you know? You bastard tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing this to protect my people. That's so. Do continue. Very well, I am the man of Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons the Aether raids began. They would appear suddenly as sandstorms to plunder the pillage. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant is all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could do. I appeared in London in hopes of breaking a deal. In return for sparing Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind? Pray tell. First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipments from Naruto mines for this. I bribed one of the workers to leak me the info. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I proposed as a priest to learn the Barmals to give them to Amajia. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of immortal flames, yet you do not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. You say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetime, and no need to even fraction of what Amjad paid me. You sacrifice innocence so they could line your pocket. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your content. If you want to blame someone for the mess, the words, and blame yourself for the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, it's rather disinclined to believe against the leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. General, be a good man and take a word that these developments to Minifal, would you? I shall praise everything I can out of this filth. The Odysseys are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Sounds like we're getting close to the dungeon bit. Also, the shield's not attached to my character's arm at all. It kind of floats there. Does this town really not have a crystal to attune to? It does have a chocobo port. Someone in their flying mech suit. Welcome back, Aether. I'm pleased that you and Thurster have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Sergeant said, we must ascend where the abundance were taken, and none but Audra know the answer. Suffice to say that they will not be willing to part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled, all that's said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problems, we must be ready to fight for our cause. Deal to prepare. I must meet the goblin sense of mine. His name is... Okay, the knowledge of the method currently our secret. Okay, well, as much as I want to keep going until I get the chocobo, it seems like there's a lot more to do.
Yeah, you have like a good side.
Why can't you just get the chocobo at the level? Anyway. I imagine how much longer this would be if I'd been doing every single side quest.
Did you try to do every side quest?
I started, I was at first.
Yeah, I did too.
This is what WoW teaches you to do. And this game groups them quite well still, as if they're meant to be done together.
I think with me, it like took an hour for me to leave the first town because I was just doing every side quest.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of them that involve just doing stuff in town. I was like level 4 before I left.
Yeah, like, I'm doing the, like, what, the level 19 quest 28? Oh, well. Well, thanks everyone who's been watching. We'll see what I'll end up doing later today. But right now, I'm getting off. So, peace out.